Corbin Ball. I meant to do that. Let's watch Corbin Ball talk about the efficient use of technology.
The subject we want to speak about for a moment or two is how planners are using tablets, phablets, and other technology to be more efficient at their jobs. And to help us understand all of that is our good friend Corbin Ball Associates.
It's a pleasure to be here, Bill.
Thank you, Corbin. We're lucky to have you, actually. And you know, that long title, how people are using tablets, phablets, and other technology to be more efficient. First of all, are they? And secondly, how are they using all that technology?
We are living in amazing times now that mobile technology in general is transforming not only meetings and events, it's transforming society in general. This is a really profound change. Finally, we've gotten to the point where technology is easy enough that a grandmother or a 3-year-old can use it. The ability that you have with these, essentially, these are as powerful, what we're carrying around, is that our desktops 10 years ago with full connectivity, GPS capability, all of these things working through, that you have this device that is taken now by everyone to meetings, including meeting planners, and being used, and they're starting to be used. It's really part of that adoption of people getting used to the idea and then building it out. And so, to answer the question, yes, they are beginning to use this, and I think that there's a great potential in the future for this to continue to be built out.
I mean, there was a time when we all talked about the fact of, you know, the technological Luddites, the people who just were afraid of it. We're kind of beyond that, aren't we now? As you say, they're so easy.
I think so. I mean, I have spoken even at this event to people that they've always told me, I'm a technophobe, I hate technology, and now they're asking me, well, how exactly do I download this app for my iPhone? And so it's just, even the people we're past the early majority with this, we're entering into the late majority in terms of at least having access to smartphones and being able to start thinking about how to use it differently.
It changes everything, doesn't it? It changes the vocabulary we use, and I mean, when did we start talking about apps? A year ago, 2 years ago, and all of a sudden it's...
Well, it was just over 5 years ago that the real driver for this was the first iPhone. And that was, and then the Android phones, all those other smartphones that came on after that. But the iPhone and the App Store is what really changed everything, and that's been only 5 years ago when that's happened. And then 2010, 2.5 years ago, the iPad came out, and now there are hundreds of tablet manufacturers, and this is the fastest growing hardware, technology hardware ever in existence. And so you're seeing when you talk about tablets and phablets, the hybrid between a phone and a tablet, these are opportunities to develop things in ways we've never done before. Talking specifically about how meeting planners can be helped with that. Using my past life was as a meeting planner for a high-tech association. We ran very large international citywide technology meetings. And my bookshelf behind me is where we had the conference Bibles. And these were typically 4-inch thick 3-ring binders, stock full of paper with all the event orders, all the stuff here. And still, in many places, you look around and you want to find a meeting planner group, they're the one that's carrying around this Bible. And and to be able to take all those files and digitize them and put them into a tablet computer with a large screen so that you can manage documents and be able to annotate them, it's vastly easier, better to share, better to back up, and it's going to improve that business process very fundamentally on site. That we've never been able to do that easily before.
Are some technologies moving more quickly than others among planners? I mean,
I think the whole area of 2 years, I was predicting that if you don't have a conference app for your event, people are going to be asking why you're so behind the times, and that has proven true. It's really now people are expecting it. I've been to some events this past year where in fact they had no paper program whatsoever. And so that everybody, you worked through they had monitors provided on site, or you just dealt with it in the mobile phone, and nobody blinked an eye with that. And so that's that's where it's going with that. Is that it's become a lot easier for that.
Would you think
Excuse me.
there may be more forgiveness in an audience where they see a pursuit of technology that failed rather than no pursuit at all?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think so.
I was thinking what
think
you just
we've got
said.
to be, we've got to be pushing the envelope. I love Charles Darwin's quote on that kind of relates to it. It's not the strongest of a species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one that's most adaptable to change. And that's what we, in this time, I've been watching technology full time for 15 years, and I've never seen a faster change that's happening right now. So we've got to be adaptable and, in fact, embrace change, and we won't be competitive in this marketplace. Is that you can do things, you provide better customer service, better member services at lower cost than what we've been able to do before. And if that association or that meeting is not providing it, they're going to find it someplace else.
So just to be clear, though, is it better to have tried technology and failed than not have tried at all?
Well, I think that you certainly want to be trying things. I think that there's a process where you can try it and thoroughly test it.
Right.
And so the chances of it failing are less likely all the time if you do it right.
Right.
And so that's the thing. I'm not promoting people to just go out and try everything. There are some events that are really test kitchens that they're expected to do that. But for most events, you want things to run right and want it to run smoothly. The technology should not be the means in the end. The technology should advance the meeting and make it a better experience. And that's what the goal is. And so you don't want to be failing a lot, but you want to be testing things out and vetting it. But the good news is it's getting easier and cheaper to use all the time. And the chances of failure are less as well with that. There are issues such as Wi-Fi connectivity and things like that are still problems. In fact, that problem will get worse before it gets better. But if you do your homework, you can solve those even, and make technology work for you at a lower cost.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but you do travel around the world and certainly around North America. And as you travel around and talk about technology, is there a question that you get more often than others, or concerns after a speech? Someone will come up and say, how do I, or why do I? Is there something you're hearing that?
The question I'm most commonly asked is, how do I keep up? First of all, how do you keep up? How do I keep up? But how do they, as an attendee, keep up with it? My response oftentimes, fortunately, the internet, there's lots of tools out there that can do that. I'm a firm believer that meetings such as PCMA here, where you talk about technology and you have technology experts here, is a great resource of ways of finding out more information, asking your peers what they're doing. There's a lot of social networks as well that can give advice on how you do that. So there's lots of help out there. And I really strongly believe in peer help with that, because people have had experience with it and been there, and they know the issues that you're dealing with as a fellow meeting planner can really be helpful. So there's lots of ways that a person can get help in this, and websites as well.
One of the things that you talk about on your website as we kind of wind down is the 13 trends in 2013. And I know you do this, 10 trends in 2010, 11 and 11. So can you share just a couple of the trends, 13 trends in 2013?
Well, some of them I've talked about is that tablet computers are going to be, the paperless conference binder is becoming a reality, that social media is really building it in. Another trend I briefly mentioned, that Wi-Fi connectivity is going to be really important, but the problems are going to get worse before it gets better, because the growth is so high due to the demand that tablet computers particularly are doing it. I mean, many people now are not carrying around just a mobile phone, they're carrying around their phone and their tablet and maybe their laptop as well, accessing all these. And with the streaming capabilities, video capabilities of a tablet, this is just, so the growth numbers in terms of Wi-Fi bandwidth, they're growing through the roof. And so meeting planners are coming in and say, well, we want Wi-Fi, and both sides need to be educated on this, because it's a complex issue, and it's important that when someone says I want free Wi-Fi, that the response should be, okay, for how many people, using what type of equipment, what will they be accessing, and where will they be accessing it? And so from that, and there are dozens of other more detailed questions and articles on my website and so forth that go into, exactly what you do with this. It's a complex issue, but it's the backbone. Wi-Fi is the lifeblood of event communication, essentially. And so it's so important to be able to, make sure that you have that good lifeline there, or all this other technology doesn't work.
So, lastly, Corbin, well, first of all, I would say for people who need advice on how to manage all this technology, they look for a trusted advisor,
Yes.
including Corbin Ball and Associates, by the way.
That'd
A
be
shameless
good
plug.
one, yes.
But also, as we wind down, if I sit with you a year from now, in your best estimate, what will have happened to all this in general? Any thoughts on just 12 months, because it's happening so fast?
It is. We will see. There's. I think one of the key things that's happening right now is that as apps are being developed for, we have a meeting app for this event, and you have an iPad app for this event, and you've seen a lot of them around, and many of them have not. They've taken the paper event guide and really reproduced it. Essentially, is a lot of what they do. And there's so much more capabilities that you can have with multimedia and interactivity and social media links, and in a really rich, full manner that we're just starting to think about right now. It's the same thing. It's a similar thing that the publishing industry is going through. I get Time Magazine, for example, on my iPad, and it's really a different experience than reading a paper magazine. And in fact, I much prefer it. But they put some thought into how you do that you present that, and build it out in a way that it requires out-of-the-box thinking. And so we in this industry need to be thinking about those things as well. And
So technology is not just a different way of doing the same things, it's a different way of doing a different thing.
yeah, it is. It's a richer way than we've ever been able to do before.
Right.
And that really brings benefits to everybody involved. And we don't have to chop trees down on top of it.
It's another plus. Corbin, thank you.
My pleasure.
We've been speaking with Corbin Ball Associates, about the impact of technology on how planners can be more efficient. Thank you for joining us.